This MGM podcast is brought to you by
Growing Media.
Who's bringing this to him?
We haven't figured that part out yet. We're still waiting. The sponsors are lining
We'll
up.
get back to you.
We sponsor ourselves.
That is, we do.
Yeah.
It's out of pocket.
Yeah.
But you have deep pockets. I understand. No?
You look at the wrong guy.
Oh, okay. All right, listen, guys. You're not going to believe what we went through to bring this show to you today. We've actually been sitting here in staged mode, ready to go for, I think we're on hour 4, it feels like.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It is kind of ridiculous. Can you imagine when you cannot, what do you call this again? You transmit or you cast. When you can't cast your logo, the show can't go on.
Well, we were trying to Chromecast it.
Yeah, we were trying to.
Not the way to go.
You had to AirPlay it.
AirPlay's way better.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, because Apple's better.
Apple is better.
And
Everybody looks at me.
That would be a great sponsor. I mean, if we think about it.
Apple? I actually know that the lady that runs the Siri team.
Really?
Yep.
I know the guy who runs the app team.
Dang.
Really? Mm-hmm. I also know the guy who made Final Cut Pro.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he follows me on Instagram.
We have connections.
Okay.
That's
well, I know
crazy.
you guys, so let's make something happen, okay? Because we all know each other. And now we need to know some sponsors. But anyway, we're glad that you're here today. We're barely here. We just made it. It's almost like we just arrived. And you guys know the topic?
Yeah, we're talking about collaboration and what it makes to make a team.
That's it. Yeah, and it took a team, right, just to get the logo up.
Just to get the logo up.
It took a Lucas.
It took one Lucas and his laptop.
Yeah, it definitely took a lot. But you're right. Collaboration. Everybody at this table, we bring different talents to the mix, and by some luck, some crazy luck, it works.
Well, it's because we all have different talents. We all have our own individual things that we bring to the table, so that's why it works.
And I think we all kind of stay in our own lane too, which is good.
That is
because
it.
no one's really trying to do someone else's job. They're really sticking to what they're best at, which is usually how a team functions really well. Is whenever everybody's doing what they do best.
Sure. I mean, I believe that I could be a millionaire many times over right now if I had not hired out anything. But I would also be deceased. I would have already passed away.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to do everything.
Yeah, because there's no way one person can do all that.
There's really not. And those people who are trying it, I don't think they're succeeding. So you definitely want to find a team and people that you mesh with.
Yeah, I think you have to definitely collaborate and delegate different things. Like today, Daniel went out. We got 2 things done today. We shot the whole show. We had another shoot off site and got that done.
Yeah.
We just came back. That's all taken care of. And yesterday, too. Same thing.
Like four different places at once.
I was actually really surprised when I came in today and I saw the amount of people who were here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
I was like, whoa.
It's so cool.
The crew is growing so fast.
Yeah.
Takes
It's
a
really
village.
crazy seeing like where we came from.
Where we had like 2 people running all the cameras.
Yeah, it's actually crazy for me to like think of like the phone call when you called me to like now.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely insane.
I remember that day. I thought, well, the both of you sitting across the way, it could go one of 2 ways. They're either going to be incredibly arrogant and I'm going to want to hang up the phone, or they're going to be people I want to work with.
Yeah, that's true. And I was very arrogant. No, I'm kidding.
Was it the latter?
Yeah.
Well,
So do you want to tell them who I am?
Rob, we've talked about you, dude.
Yeah, but
Everybody
they don't know what I sound like or what I look
This is
like.
Roberto. Huh? Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. Who was the other guy, the other voice? Who's that?
Oh, that was Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Oh.
that was El Diablo.
Are we allowed to use him on the show? Is he cool with that?
Yeah, he signed an NDA.
copyright?
It's all good.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, he signed an NDA. It's all good.
Okay, cool. All right, and then you held Lucas hostage for years, and like you wanted to be selfish and just keep him as a friend.
I didn't even know him for years.
Yeah, it was only about a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played drums at the church, and he was the everything else. Really,
The everything else guy.
Yep.
he would handle everything else.
Okay. And we need Lucas, because without Lucas,
This podcast wouldn't have happened.
this is not possible. This is sound. You need sound. Sound is what motivates us all, don't
Sound is actually more important in video production than your actual video quality. Because if somebody has crappy video quality but good audio, you're more likely to watch it. But if they have amazing video quality and terrible audio, you will back out of the video.
I agree with that,
Yeah.
but I think the video's got to be on. I mean, it's got to be there. It's got to be major motion picture, interesting.
No, I
and
mean,
then the
like some
sound-
people hold their cell phones. And,
Really?
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I dig what you're saying.
You know why
Do
you hear what
smell
I'm saying?
he's
I think you
putting
know.
No, I only hear it.
You know why you hear it?
Wow, that was crazy.
That was he did.
That
He
was-
just shut me down, didn't he? So much for teamwork. Sit down.
Sometimes you need that in a team. though.
Whatever. Listen. All right, go. What you got?
What do I got? Shoot, I'm a little tired.
Hey, it's his birthday. Everybody, it's Marcus's birthday and
Happy
Rob's
birthday.
tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, did
Yeah.
you guys know that you were so close in age?
I think we knew
Well,
it.
not in age, but in
We're about 11 years apart.
About
Yeah.
11 years.
We knew that we shared like very close birthdays, but I actually kind of forgot until we went on our little vacation and we talked about it.
Yeah.
I think we
No,
talked about
Marcus
it
and I
once
didn't go on a
before.
vacation.
Well, yeah, we did.
We as a
It was a
group went on a
honeymoon.
vacation.
Yeah, no doubt.
Marcus and Rob honeymoon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. When you can honeymoon together and you can go places together, you know you've got a great team, right? It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
afraid to wake up with you guys and like have coffee.
Right.
Because some places, they have that. They're like, oh, I hope I don't meet them at the coffee machine. Or,
And I think that's a big thing for the teamwork topic today is if you don't get along really well with the people that you're working with,
right.
like you can all be stellar at what you do and you can all be super good, but then like it's not fun.
No.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Yeah, this group
Yeah.
that we have here is such an anomaly because we cherish each other, like, and it's weird because we all became like really, really good friends.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to find that as you get older, but especially in the workplace with somebody who's as talented or more talented than you are.
Right.
It's incredibly hard to find somebody who you mesh with that well, especially a group of, at least 4 here, but there are more that we have outside of
Yeah, and having a group of creatives too, because I
Exactly.
think all of us are pretty creative, and sometimes whenever you have a group of creatives, we can all like start going different directions, and it can get really messy. But things haven't really happened like that since at least since I've been here.
It's tough because we all want to hire our friend, right? Or some people
Yeah.
say, let's hire my buddy. Or we've been so selective in who we have allowed to come into the group, and here's why. We have this level that we've placed on ourselves or these expectations, and we really want to meet that. And I think we're doing that, and it's just a bonus when we do mesh so well, even without being lifetime friends or necessarily having dinner together all the time.
Well, I think that's probably why we do it so well is because like before this, I didn't know anybody.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we weren't really friends in the beginning,
Right.
and then we
No
become friends.
nepotism here.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I've been very careful about bringing people that are on this team that were friends. Because actually, I don't have anybody on this team that were friends before this team.
I don't
Even
know.
Hunter.
Hunter?
No, but he was my friend, but only in the beginning from video. I didn't know him very
in
long.
the realm of videography.
Yeah. I only knew
Okay.
him for like maybe 6 or 8 months before that. So
Okay.
Yeah.
How about Judah?
Judah's been my friend for a while.
Judah's a
Yeah.
friend, but he's just amazing behind the camera.
Yeah, but he's far away too.
Yeah.
So.
He is far away.
Yeah.
But we all do business far away, near and far. Is there a song for that?
I think I've heard one time.
Yeah.
It was on a.
Whoa, look, some recording now.
Yeah.
In the record.
Filter on that.
I'm ready.
You're not ready for this.
I have the technology. I have the auto tune.
That's true. Can you do that for real? Auto-tune?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can do
of
that.
course.
Make everybody.
That's
sound
one of those.
Easy.
That's one of those
Shoot.
things that Angie used to throw on me on the show. Some guests would come on and she'd be like, "Don't worry, if Rob can fix it." And I'm like, "No, I can't."
Rob's like, I cannot fix that.
That's not how
Angie.
that works.
Yeah, I cannot fix that. Really though, I think God has been at work here where we've had some holes, and we just all picked up the slack. And where we were weak, we were
Right.
strong together. But man, it's awesome how we're seeing people it's like, where you been? Jeez, I mean, we're trying a gal out right now, and I think she's gonna make you guys look really bad. in my eyes. I mean, she's-
100% she is. Yeah.
Or she's going to make us look way better.
Yeah,
One of
I'm
the two.
excited.
Well, I
She-
mean, we'll look better in the photos, but then like
Our work ethic.
work-wise,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, why do I hire these guys again?
She's amazing. She's
Yeah,
amazing.
she seems like she's going to be a workhorse. Like she's definitely down to like just do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Yeah, she told me earlier, she was like, do I have to go to my other job? Because I just want to stay here.
Oh, see, that's
Yeah,
really
that's
cool.
really cool.
That was because we were chilling out, partying, and eating snacks and like some
Well,
kind of
no,
corn.
she enjoyed the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, don't be afraid to do that. Sometimes if you put it out there, like, I really need this person right now to complete my team. I really need this type of, energy. It could come to you in odd ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you're building a business, you have to start building a team. Even if you don't want to pay that person in the beginning stages, if you're not making enough money, I would still say pay them. And then if you're just beginning in business, pay them what you can and grow from there. Because a lot of people just want to do it all themselves. Say they're making $5,000 a month. Mm-hmm. They want to do it all themselves and try to make $10,000 a month.
Right.
But if you're making $5,000 and you have a small business, pay that extra person
no doubt
some money.
Miss some
and
lunches.
Then miss some lunches and grow with your team, because that's so important.
It is, because you're investing in the end result. Like
it's hard in the beginning to do that,
right.
but it's definitely important all the way through.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, because it's. I mean, you just need to assess your values, right? Mm-hmm. Like, do you value money over your time and your freedom? Because hiring someone will then give you more time to actually work on things that you want to work on, and maybe not work as many hours.
Isn't that the truth?
That's what it is.
And spend time with family, or do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have seen people so stressed out because they refuse to delegate. They want to do everything themselves. And hey, it's something that we all have to get over. When you first do that initially, you're like, oh, I wonder if they're going to be able to rise to the occasion. But man, when they do, because you put them in that position for a reason. And then when they do, man, I mean, you just go to the next level.
And talking about delegating, you should see me on set. I'm just like, you go do this, you go do that, you go do that. Because I'm like, I'm going to sit down.
Because I'm going to sit down.
Yeah, that's because, but you always need to be looking at the big picture of things, right? Like if you're always looking in the small, all the small things, then you can't continuously look at like, oh, hey, this is what it's going to look like as a whole,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the whole thing of staying in your own lane, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean, today we were going to fire him, and now he's rehired again. I mean, we know he's best on audio, but when the mic fails, in mid-shoot, it's like, Lucas!
I'm still going to stand up for Lucas and say it was not his fault.
I know. There were ghosts in the room today.
There was something.
like that.
Yeah, we've had a rough
crazy.
tech day today.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, today's technology has been terrible.
Yeah.
No, but I did have like a weird moment yesterday whenever we were filming Johnny Logan. Probably shouldn't have said that. Whenever we were filming the random place that we were at.
A random place. One of those other places.
He's going to bleep it out.
No, but whenever you guys were sent on your own, I was like, oh,
he really did. I saw that.
They have all my gear,
Yeah.
and they're going to do it, and now I'm going to do something else and getting that done at the exact same time.
That was the first for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I was like,
that was good.
That's
that was
weird,
a good deal.
but it felt good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was also like a weird change. But that's what you have to do when you're trying to grow.
You're telling me I've had a camera in my hands the past 2 days, and then I used it on whenever we were on vacation too. So
that's true.
Okay, here's what
on
happened.
a boat.
Yeah, on a boat.
Yeah.
But here's what happened. We're always watching, and Marcus comes to me, he goes, man, Lucas's shot was like money. So guess what? We kind of discovered the talent. So now we'll just require like dual duty.
that's fine. I'll just require dual pay.
Dual pay. No doubt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Doubt. But that's just it. I mean, we've got a level of craftsmanship and quality. We've kind of set that bar very high. And when we see people meet that, obviously we want them on our team. And that's for anybody. I don't care if you're in an office building and you're, whatever it is that you're doing, managing somebody's money or whatever, you want to be the weakest link. You want to work with people who are better than you. And don't take offense to that.
Yeah, if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Oh.
I didn't say that. I mean, I didn't make it up. Somebody else did.
You sounded really smart for a second.
That was really good, Rob. That was really good.
I can't steal somebody else's stuff without giving them credit.
I'm going to say something else. This happened to me once. We started with a girl doing social media. And she all of a sudden decided she wasn't going to do it anymore. And I was really upset because she's very good at what she does. And I sent back a letter. I said, I've got to ask why. She said, because I had not allowed her to get to know me, that she did not want it to be just a professional relationship. She wanted to know Angie Wyatt.
That's interesting.
She wanted to know what made me tick, my family. She wanted me to ask the same questions to get to know her better. And then she realized she wanted to work with me.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Because so many times people try to keep it, separate. But I think if you're in that environment and it is separate like that, I wonder if you're with the right group of people.
Yeah, Yeah, actually, and I do that with my personal clients whenever I'm working with music, because if I can understand what emotions they're actually going through, I can pull that out while we're actually recording and while we're working on music together, because music is mostly emotion nowadays, right?
Absolutely.
And so that's like a huge thing, is if you can connect and get that connection to really play out, then especially with your client, then you'll probably have a client for life. Because every artist that I've done this with, they don't go anywhere else than me for their music.
It's because they feel you care about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And because that's what they want. They want the emotion to be pulled out of their music, and that could be within any product or service or whatever.
Oh, we do that with commercials and video now. If there's a team of us on set, if we don't feel it, we don't stop until we get that emotion that makes us feel something.
Even if it's a 30-minute interview.
Yeah. Well,
No, that was good though. That was good.
Angie, you're really good about doing that, because you'll ask a question, and if they don't give you the right kind of heartfelt answer that that they can give, you'll circle back around to it later when they're feeling more open with you after you've had a conversation for a little while.
Right. They let that guard down a little bit. It takes a little while, but that's why the 30-minute interview, Marcus.
We just got a job.
We just got a job?
Yep.
High five.
Also,
right in.
watching you
That's a fist
today
bump, you guys.
before the interview segment, you made them relax like before we started, and that was huge.
I try.
Yeah.
It's tough, especially when it's those topics that you yourself could go either way. It's very emotional.
Yeah.
You want to get planted and bring them right in. And honestly, I've found, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but eye contact.
Yeah.
The cameras and the microphones and all that, it can be so overwhelming. But if you lock eyes and you just let them know, hey, we're just going to have a conversation, and I know a little bit about you, and hopefully you'll get to know a little bit about me, the magic can happen.
Yeah.
You know what I think is amazing about the way that you handle that kind of stuff is you not only have to make them feel at home and comfortable to open up to you, but you also have to guide the discussion and keep track of how long you've been going. So you have all this stuff that you have to constantly do in your head, but nobody sees that other stuff because you only because you keep it to where it's only a conversation. You don't let all that other stuff show.
Sometimes it's frustrating when you let somebody go and then you find out that little something about them that you didn't ask. That to me has been the toughest part of my career, where, for instance, we covered maybe the CMA Fester, and a guy walks in and we're scrambling because we've been able to interview so many people, and I didn't recognize the guy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's the guy that sang this song, or he sings that. So yeah, the research is important. The connectability ahead of time is important. We've seen people walk out on the stage and just try to do it cold. You're not going to get.
It's going to be really awkward. It's going to fall very flat.
No doubt.
Who was that? Oh yeah, no, it was you who interviewed at the CMAs, and you winged it one time. I'm pretty sure. And
one time,
but you killed it though. I was like,
that's like
no, but it was one specific time.
Thank you, Rob.
There was one time there was who was it? It was one artist that came on, and you just winged it, like solidly winged it, and like
I fooled you.
Oh yeah, no, well you didn't fool me, you fooled him.
Okay, cool.
It was really good.
Right.
Well, she's real good at like asking them questions to give her more information that she can use to ask other questions.
You're like,
No,
you're that guy.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is when we're in like a business meeting and they like throw like a stumper question at us, and I just wait for Angie to like answer it.
Here's Marcus.
It's the best thing, and normally like it's like just no break in conversation. She answers it.
Yeah.
Well, that's that
And
other thing
sometimes I'm
about
like,
that's
wow.
that other thing about being a good team.
Yeah.
I know, like you said, I know which lane to be in when certain questions are being asked, and you want to turn to the person and say, "Go," like I need you now, and that's why you want to choose your people wisely when you head into battle. And many times it's different people. You should take different people into different situations.
Absolutely, yeah, because you're not going to bring me into something where you have to record like a musician.
Yeah.
Like
You're not the guy?
I could handle it,
No, you could
but
totally do it.
Lucas is way more knowledgeable than I am.
Yeah.
I do like the ones where they'll ask a question about graphics or visual effects or whatever, and you're like, Rob.
Well, it's funny because this new girl we're talking to, Tessa, we'll go ahead and give her a name. We've been saying that we look at the invisible chair. You're invisible in the chair. It's like, well, Rob. And she goes, why do you guys keep pointing to that chair? Like, that's where Rob always sits,
Yeah, she was really excited to meet me today. That meant a lot. That was cool.
And that's cool. That's the other thing. When you enter into a business like this, don't step on toes. There's room for everybody. You know, obviously, it's now a competition. We know that with hosts. We know that with videographers, with editors, with audio guys. You have to fight to be the best, to keep your positioning, to know that you're going to get the work, because you don't need to ever rest on your laurels. I mean, we all should adopt that.
Well, that's something that I've been going through since you sent me Tessa's what's the word I'm looking for?
Her resume?
Yeah, so her resume. I kept thinking CV because I've been watching a lot of British TV, but her resume. And I was looking through it and I was like, oh my God, I need to like step up my game or this girl's going to take all my jobs.
Well, and you know, that we all should feel that way. I think that's how you get a better product.
Yeah. Yeah. I think also just being, I don't know, like if you want to, you have to like know certain things about yourself that like, I know that like no one's going to outwork me most of the time.
Yeah, dude, you're a
I-
monster when it comes to working. Like you don't stop.
Yeah, but I just know that type of thing. So if there was somebody to come along, like they'd have to wake up very early and do those type of things all the time to outwork me. You know what I mean? And I think that's always a good.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But I think everybody needs to have that type of mentality in what they're doing. Have pride in what they're doing. So yeah,
No doubt.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's why I'm not afraid. We haven't found anybody yet who's going to take my VFX and 3D modeling and animation yet. But
doubt.
Well,
once we
I have
do,
a phone call at 3. No,
That's your thing.
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
You're really good at that. We know what you're good at, what every member of this team happens to be good at. Yeah. And the other thing is, a big part of teamwork is dependability. I mean, and look, we are the first people to call each other out. Yeah. If you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. We've worked with those people who are really good at the craft, but man, they make us 30 minutes late everywhere we go. Mm-hmm. You know, that hurts. That's not cool. Yeah,
that's the crazy thing is we're all like really creative, but most of the time we're like always on time, especially with like deadlines and stuff like that. It's different.
Well, you called me out once, but you got to understand, I spent a lifetime. Oh, yeah. Look, I've started pushing it a little bit because 20 plus years, the news would go on without you. I mean, they're going to start those cameras.
Right.
And so I had to be in the chair ready to go at the top of the hour.
Even if your pants weren't ironed or anything.
That's it. But even if I wasn't wearing pants, it's like, get in the chair. So,
I've seen clips of that before where the news people go up there. They just have the jacket on.
They do. Sports guys typically. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It is.
But you mean moving quick during a shoot?
Well, and sometimes I'll push it. You know, I'm like, we're leaving at 9. I might show up right at 9, and I should be early. I should be early because we know that the show goes on at 9. So I'd like to apologize.
Most of the time, you're really on time, though. I think we all are. But that's like another thing, like excellence. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole point.
That's it.
And that's why we don't have anybody that's on this team that's not excellent. If we did, they wouldn't be on this team because that's just how it is.
All right, we probably need a little therapy now. So I'm gonna put you on the spot because I know I've been doing a lot of this lately. The other thing that we all want when we're on a shoot is we all see artistically. When we walk in someplace, we're like shot blocking mentally and we see things.
Looking at lighting and all that kind of stuff.
We are, totally. And you may have a different vision than I do. And lately, I've kind of been a pain in the rear. You know, I'll come up and go, dude, why? Yeah, what? And you go, Angie, it'll be great. It'll be great.
She knows.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know whether to apologize or if you guys appreciate that sometimes or what is that?
You can apologize for fun. No, I'm kidding.
there is always something that we're not going to see.
Yeah.
So me personally, I would rather you point it out.
Okay.
And be like, hey, that's probably not going to work, or or I'm seeing this.
But it's all in the delivery.
Yeah. But I'd say like 75% of the time, most of us have already thought that.
Right.
And we're processing. But I would always rather have somebody come up to me. No, just in case
I doing what you're doing. That's
miss
perfect.
it. Yeah.
That's great. And actually,
I could tell you were frustrated on the last couple.
What was that?
Yeah, one day. One day when I asked you to change the shot 4 times, I think.
Oh, that was that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with you. It was just every time we moved, the light would change.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I want you to keep doing that because actually, a lot of the time, you're probably right, and we do change the shot. So that's the thing.
But I always wonder what the business owner's thinking. He's like, man, what is going on?
That reminds me of a show shoot we had recently where we had 2 music guests on. And you wanted one sitting in front of the camera and one sitting in the back. And I was like, I don't think that's going to look good.
It looked amazing.
And then we did it and we're like, oh, that looks so good.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'd have to live with the consequences if it was terrible.
Right.
And I know that. So.
Yeah. So I think the whole point is just
We actually
Just
ran
listen
in,
to Angie. That's
Listen to Angie. But you can apologize too if you want to.
Well, we ran into that same thing on the boat too. Whenever Marcus and Lucas were shooting, and I was sort of directing, I was like, "Hey, make sure you guys get this kind of shot. Make sure you get that kind of shot." And then I was like, a little bit later, I was like, "All right, listen, I don't want you to feel like I'm like telling you what to do. Like, I want to make sure this is good." And they're like, "No, definitely tell us because you might see something we don't."
Yeah. Usable and sensible shots and sound. We do like to be creative, and sometimes we go out, on a limb. I mean, Marcus could be shooting the model that's on the boat, and we're like, dude, camera this way or whatever.
No, that would be me.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Rob's like, here is something Rob kept saying, though, and I love this. And we keep talking about, we just recently took a trip down to Lauderdale by the Sea to cover the, what is it, Florida Luxury Homes Group?
Yep.
Okay, that was fun.
Only 2.8.
Only 2.8 million. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
an inside
kidding you.
joke,
There's an inside joke there too. We'll let you guys in on that a little bit later. But it was one of those things where we get out on the boat and Rob kept saying I'd look over at him. We were allowed our personal time that day. We were just kind of doing our thing, and Rob's like, "Man, I can't believe this is my job." I bet you said that a couple of times. I cannot believe this is my job.
It was so incredible because like I literally I didn't get paid to go out there, but like I essentially did because the trip was paid for by
You'll be
Growing
invoiced
Media.
later.
Right.
It'll be
But no, I got to go. I got a free flight to Florida. I got stayed in a $2.8 million mansion. Only for no cost to me.
right.
And then we went out on a boat for a 3-hour trip.
We did.
Luckily, we didn't end up as Gilligan
Gilligan's
and
Island.
the other ones.
Right.
My watch did though.
Yeah, you're.
R.I.P.
So we
man.
jumped off the boat. We each took turns jumping off the boat.
Your jump just happens to be at almost 1 million views.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
my jump was posted on Marcus's TikTok, and it's almost at 1 million views because I did a sweet
Lit.
flip.
You did.
And then
we'll
Marcus
check
did a
right now.
backflip into the water, and then Lucas went and lost his Apple Watch.
I jumped my watch into the water,
Yeah.
letting it go. It was an offer to Poseidon.
Oof.
That's why you're
what it
still
ended up
alive.
being, yeah.
That's why you're still alive.
That's why what we do is so cool. Videotape. It's like go to the tape. Did he have it on?
Yeah, we
Was
had
he wearing
to go
it?
back and watch the video to make sure that he hadn't or that he had the watch on when he went in the water.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he did.
Yeah.
So if you guys are
it's
going to
out
go to Lauderdale by the Sea, go out in the ocean and see if you can find it.
Yeah. So, and if there's any viewers
ocean's
that
not
want
that
to buy
big.
me an Apple Watch, that would be
Hey,
That's true.
we just came full circle. Apple. I mean, you are the sensible sponsor for the show, and you could send us merchandise. I mean, we'll try it out. The billions of others who have told you it's great. I mean, you probably need to hear from us.
I will
That's very
consider
true.
switching over if they send me a laptop.
Did you listen, Apple? Did you hear that? That's huge. This dude has been a what? What do you-
Windows
That's a
and
big
Android.
win. Yeah.
Oh, Windows. Yeah.
Windows and
Oof.
Android has
Yeah.
been my.
Once you go there, you don't go back.
Rob will finally experience AirDrop.
Oh, it's
Finally.
incredible.
It's so funny.
Or AirPlay.
We go out on these trips and stuff, and everybody's like, "All right, everybody, airdrop me your photos," and everybody's like, "All right, except Rob,"
Except Rob.
because I'm the only one in the group with an Android.
Green bubble.
Yeah.
It hurts me.
So, the other thing that we should talk about, and this is with every job in every field, whether you know your team well or you're just getting to know them, you should know that we've discovered through what we do that everybody has a story. Spend a little bit of time to learn that story. Learn the strengths, the weaknesses. We met really cool people, and then we met people that immediately you do not want to get to know.
Yeah.
Did you sense that? Like we've been to a couple of states lately, and some folks are really uptight, and life would be so much better if people would just relax.
You're talking about like the general population in that
Dude,
area.
something. It was just like an
Yeah.
air. It was. I know everybody's kind of freaked out about a lot of things, but.
It was just Miami.
Whew,
Yeah,
well,
I
didn't
name
say, I didn't
dropped- I
say
name
that
dropped Miami, you suck.
I didn't say that Miami.
Fort
but-
Lauderdale's way better.
But actually, when we left Miami and went into Fort Lauderdale, it seemed to ease
It was
somewhat.
way
wow.
better.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, way
I
better.
wonder if
And
it's
cleaner.
because the population is less. Like if there's fewer people.
I don't
maybe.
know, or maybe just tougher rules right now, or everybody was so uptight. Oof.
It's crazy. The people in Miami were just kind of mean, but like everywhere else in Florida is like super chill right now.
I mean, as a matter, let's call them out, Rob. What was it, Alamo? I mean, we're standing in line
Yeah.
to get a
Oh, that's
card,
rough.
dude, and we couldn't. We pulled up.
What's that girl's name? Anybody got
What's
it?
that girl's name?
Sherry, no, I'm
Listen,
kidding. I have
Sherry,
no
we're
idea.
coming for you. But anyway, we're trying to pull up. She says she needs proof of my boarding pass. Listen, they don't put dates on boarding passes anymore. There's electronic dates.
And like, why would I drive to an airport to rent a car where it's more expensive?
Thank you. It's common sense. We were asked to step aside.
Yeah.
We were
Like,
and then Marcus
says,
came in.
He's like,
no, we're not stepping aside.
Go get the manager. We're not. We're not mean people. We're so easy to get along with. Right?
I have a really
until we're renting a car.
I have a really good temper.
You do.
I always keep a really good temper.
You do.
But like people think like you're just nice and stuff, but then I really get after it if somebody's rude to me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But besides that, that's off the point. Teamwork, it's great.
Well, here's why. You just want to remind people sometimes. We do get in the daily grind, and it is easy to be ugly, and we just need to check that every day. And I'm guilty as well.
I think the main lesson from this is that whenever you're renting a car, make sure you have a solid team behind you.
That's boom.
No, that is true.
Drop the
Because
mic.
we would have had no credit card if we didn't have a team.
Or you can order it ahead of time before you get there.
Yeah. So, oh, dude, listen, I was at the airport with these yahoos. I said, hey, let me go ahead and put. They're like, no, Ange, we can get a better deal when we get to the airport. I will never. Listen
guess
to you
what?
guys
I did
again.
not say that.
I think you did, Lucas. It was very early in the morning. We only got up at like 2 a.m. that day. What? Oh, Marcus said that.
No,
It's always
what
me.
I said.
It's always Marcus. He's like, no, it's
always
fine.
Marcus's
We'll
fault.
buy it.
What
It's
I
fine.
said is what you should do is get an Uber to an Enterprise off
Base.
away from the airport, so
okay.
it's always way cheaper if you go
But
somewhere
the
else.
problem,
You're definitely
the
right.
Uber that day, because we only had 6 in our party, was going to be like $160 in itself.
Well, I'm not saying we Uber
to the destination.
Yeah, we
Okay.
Uber to
The nearest.
the rent-a-car place.
But think about
I
this.
don't know. You guys write in. Tell us if that would work. I mean, I don't know. Where do they write, by the
done it
way?
before.
How could people?
They could probably go to growingmedia.com or
Yeah.
growingmediamarketing.com
That's a perfect.
and scroll
place
down to
go.
the bottom.
I'm so glad you remembered that. Okay.
Well, I am the web design guy.
You are the web design.
But from now on, I mean, Tessa will be able to do all the planning for that kind of stuff.
Tessa?
Yeah.
Does she know she's been given that job?
Yeah.
She does now.
Is she
does.
listening, Tessa? Yeah.
She loves planning, so it's going to be
Tessa,
next
if you're
level.
listening, raise your
But that's
hand.
the thing.
Exactly.
Like every business needs to have like
Tessa.
A Tessa. Well, somebody who's, and we're just learning this
It
now.
took us 10 years to find a Tessa.
We knew about it. We knew about it, but like someone has to be able to plan, schedule, do all that stuff. If the other people, that's not their strong point, and they're overworked. So
Right.
that's what it is.
Do you guys want to know what Michael Jordan says about teamwork? I love this.
What's that?
Have you guys seen his story on Netflix? Have you watched that yet?
Is his message about teamwork? Pass me the
Man,
ball
it
and
is-
I'll shoot it.
Pass me the ball. Get it to MJ. But he says talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships.
Nice.
It's true.
I only want to compete in the championship, guys. You got that?
Well, you got to play all the other games in the playoffs and stuff to get
Dude,
to
I've been
the
playing
championship.
games for years. You hear me? I'm throwing the ball to you, Rob. Get us in. Get us in the championship.
Well, what color is it first?
Oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
I think I lost that.
You don't
joke.
even know what base we're on, do you?
No.
No.
He's
Deep-
not
deep
even in the
reef on?
stadium currently. That's where they play this.
We both.
I thought we were playing curling.
I just curling. Good job.
That's where
Good
they play
job.
basketball, right? In a basketball field.
That's right, in the field. Yes. All right, real quick. So, what's your definition of teamwork, Marcus? Lay it out. One sentence.
One sentence definition. I don't know about a definition. I think it's everyone working together as a machine to make one outcome happen.
Dude, you just got so close to like the Google version. Teamwork is the ability to work together towards a common vision. Yours was better. I'm going to tell
Sometimes-
them to change this.
Sometimes I don't sound smart, but I do have a little bit of knowledge up in here in this little noggin.
No doubt.
This little noggin.
What you got? And do not make any sports analogy because you are way off on
All right. So when you smash a home run when you're
Stop.
playing cricket,
Stop. Stop.
Oh, that hurt me.
Then you spike over the net. Okay. What?
my definition of teamwork is a group of people working together to accomplish a common goal.
Very nice. I think you just stole that.
That
one.
was
Yeah.
legitimately Google.
Thanks, Google.
Thank you, Google. All
Big
right.
shout out to Google.
What you got?
Okay, so I have to change it up.
Big
right?
shout out to the
No,
Googs.
yours is yours is the definition. What is it?
Sure. I think it's like a group of people that create a systematic approach by working together to create something.
Thanks,
I like
Webster.
All right. You want to know what my definition of teamwork is?
What is it?
Growing media marketing.
There it is.
Ooh, I was waiting for the plug. I was waiting for it. Plug it, Angie. Plug
You
it.
need to- you
What do
need
we
to
do?
find us.
Shameless.
No doubt. I mean, you got on to me the first podcast, you said, "Hey, just be careful not to sell too much, dude." I'm always selling. Everybody needs what we do. Everybody needs what.
I mean, you're not selling if you believe in it.
All right, I got a riddle.
you're still selling it.
What else do you do on
true.
podcasts? You know, I love these podcasts because sometimes you tune in and you're like, what are they going to talk about? And then they go off on a tangent. I think that's what you're supposed to do on podcasts.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes the tangents are actually the best
The
part.
best
That's true,
part,
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
right. You don't forward through this part because
Right.
you talked about speeding up podcasts on a. Did you know that people do that, Rob?
I do. Some people would listen to it at like 1.5 times speed.
I had no clue that was a thing
Does it
until
sound
Lucas
like
said
it
that.
should?
I am one of those people.
You're one of those
Yeah.
people.
It depends on
That
the
hurts
app
me
you're
inside.
listening to it on because
Okay.
they probably have somewhere you can preserve the frequency.
Okay. I want to know the intelligence level of everybody in the room. Riddle me this.
All right, everybody, stretch your brains.
Riddle me this. Take notes if you figure it out.
Where's Batman?
I am free yet useless. You can't own me, but you can use me. You can't keep me, but you can spend me. Once you lost me, you can never have me back.
I know what it is.
Yep.
What am I?
Trust.
Nope.
Time.
That's it.
Ooh,
Time
okay.
was going to be my
Ding,
guess.
ding, 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 ding,
I
ding.
feel like trust falls into that too, but whatever.
That was great, guys. That was really great.
That was good.
I'm not butthurt about it.
That was really great. Do you want another one? Or should we just do one?
One more.
One
One
more?
more.
Okay, one more. I don't even know what time we're at. We haven't been counted out. They're like, rap hard.
It's okay.
What are we at?
I'm so fast, you can't see me, though everyone else can see straight through me. I don't stop until the day you die. What am I?
That one's tough. I don't.
Wait, say it again. Say it again. Say it one
She's
more
already
time.
way off of that page.
No doubt, man. I got to go back. Hang on. Okay, so I'm so fast you can't see me, though everyone else can see straight through me. I can't stop until the day you die. What am I?
Life.
Nope.
I think I couldn't read it. It was too far of an angle.
I didn't put the answer on that
Okay.
one. No. I thought I could remember it. Now I'm questioning it.
Do you not know what it is?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
What do you think it is? Come on, guys. Rob, don't you know this?
I want to say something like faith, but like it feels like it's an intangible thing.
Yeah.
Air.
Nope. Blinking of an eye. The eye blink. The blink doesn't stop until.
That's deep.
You got it?
Kinda.
You can't see through it. They can see. Doesn't stop until the day you die.
Wow.
The blinking eye. That's what it is right there, guys. This is heavy stuff. This is really good. I mean, I think you should align your brand with growing media marketing podcast, MarketAbilities. I'm just going to keep promoting
I like it.
selfishly
Keep
until
going.
you guys have something.
Hey, subscribe to the podcast.
Yes.
Listen.
Tell your friends.
It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcast.
Rob says he's not sure
on YouTube.
that it's up on those
It
platforms.
is. I listen
yet.
to both of them.
Is it?
No, I'm not saying it's not there. I just couldn't find it.
You couldn't find it.
Well, if you can't find it, how are our listeners
true.
and viewers
Well, I
supposed
have
to
it.
find
I have it.
Okay,
So
they
I know it's
apparently
there.
have it. I mean, we
Yeah.
couldn't even get the logo up earlier, but we got it. Okay.
Well, it was just Wi-Fi technical difficulties, all that good stuff.
Look
but
at this. Market abilities, so many meanings there. Learn. Ooh, when did you make that bigger? I like that. Learn, develop, launch.
you like that?
Launch the idea.
Yeah.
Well, don't cry. It's okay. Lucas, are you all right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring more business owners and people
Yes,
that are actually
they're coming.
doing stuff
They're
into
lined
here,
up.
so we can have a conversation with them and talk to them about how they, work on things like teamwork, like developing their business, marketing strategies for them.
The problem
exciting.
is, what happened?
Nothing. We're good.
What is it?
Everything's great.
Lucas?
It's gonna be great.
It's
fine.
gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Well, here's the problem with having some business owners on. We had Alfonso Alexander from the Success Group, Alexander's Success Group, and he talked about how you position your business and you may want to put it up for sale. By the end of the day, Marcus is ready. He goes, if we could get X amount, and I'm like, dude, no, not yet. It's my retirement.
Peace.
Peace
You got to
out.
retire that X amount. That was a good X amount.
10 mil,
I mean, hey, listen, 20 mil.
20 mil.
Actually, really,
We got to get busy working.
300, 500 mil. That's
gotta
what I'm
get-
talking about. But
Oh, back to the yachts. Yeah, I was so surprised because you're like, I bet these boats are 100 million or hundreds of millions. I'm like,
300
no.
million, yeah.
And most of those we passed, they said what, $1 million?
$1 million a foot.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yachts literally run from like 350 million to $1 billion.
I've never seen a
It's
yacht run in
ridiculous.
my life.
Well, yeah. Wow. Whoa.
That was good. See,
That's
that's
outside,
right there.
outside of the box right there.
Reasoning in itself.
Well, Angie, why don't
Yeah.
you close us out
With what?
with something
With a
inspirational,
song.
with a good, how about this? A good tip for any business owner, entrepreneur.
Well, I tell you, yesterday I heard something, and I'm definitely not going to dive into this because everybody's talking about it, and it's gotten way outside the realm of any comprehension, whatever. But it comes down to just when you think you have it all figured out, just when you think you have so much control over everything, we can select and choose and pray that we're all together for the right reason and we're going to achieve those things that we need to achieve. But you better stop and drop and hit those knees and pray every day that you're doing what you're supposed to do and that you will reap those rewards and those benefits, because that's truly the only way to have it delivered to you effectively and in a way that will last.
Boom.
That is some good last words. Rob, you have anything to say?
Boom.
I love it.
Until next time, guys.
Peace.
See ya.
Bye.